Come on. Yeah. You, Almighty, you've been yelling at me all day. There you go, dude. God, you've been yelling at me. All right. What? All right, we're on. There we go. We're on. Yay. I know. Yeah, what? Yeah, you've been yelling at me all day long. She has. She's been yelling at me all day. I don't know what's gotten into her. She just, apparently I can do nothing right. Hey, Jeanette. Jeanette's here. Jeanette's here. You going to keep yelling at me in front of Jeanette? You going to keep yelling at me in front of company? Off to your corner. You want under your tent? She has. She's been yelling at me. Marilyn! Marilyn's here. Thank God. We've been missing you. Been worried about you. Marilyn's here. You gonna yell at me in front of Marilyn? Exactly, that's what I thought. Okay. Oh God, what? What? I'm telling you, she has been yelling at me all day long. I mean, she has not given me a minute's rest. I have stopped what I was doing, stopped making food, stopped doing this, to come in here, play with her, and she just ain't having none of it. She's just dead set on screaming at me today for some reason. Aren't you? Marilyn missed us too. Yeah, we were worried about you, Marilyn. Whoa. Thank God. Marilyn's okay. I know, I'm happy about it too. This has been all day long. And here's the thing, like last night, and I've mentioned this before, what she'll do is she will get down off the bed, she will choose not, at some point throughout the night, she will choose not to cuddle with me. And then when I get up in the morning and go about my bed, it's almost like she's punishing me as if I kicked her out of bed or something. And it's like, why are you doing what? So yeah, she's probably going to do this until, I don't know. Missed you all very much. Well, we missed you too. We did. We were worried about you. Jeanette was worried about you. I was worried about you. Where have you been, young lady? You are grounded. Just endless problems with the iPhone. Ah, gotcha. What, Doodle? What? This you. Then she bit me last night. I mean, she bit me. She got mad because when I got in bed, she has certain positions, certain ways she likes to cuddle to me, and sometimes she doesn't get it just right. Of course, with her CH, she may intend to lay this way, but she flops over and lays this way. So I gave her a little help, and which I usually do. I gave her a little help. I turned her around, and I guess when I turned her around and laid her, like in the crook of my arm, I didn't lay her just right. She spun around, and I mean, as a matter of fact, I just now noticed I've got 2 red marks on my arm where she bit me. I didn't even notice that. She bit the fire out of me last night. Thankfully, and I know this is going to sound bad, thankfully, since she has CH and she falls over a lot, I've mentioned before how she doesn't have points on her teeth because she'll fall and hit her face and it chips the tips off of her canines, so her canines are actually kind of flattened out. If she had had points on her case, she would have gone through my arms. I mean, she bit the fire out of me. And you're still yelling at me. You bit me and you yell at me like it was my fault. Yeah. What? Meow. I'm right here. Meow. Meow. Come on. Meow. Come on. Oh my God. Lock yourself out of your phone. Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, Marilyn. I'm terrified of first we went to the fingerprint thing on the iPhone, then the facial thing, and if the facial thing ever quits working for whatever reason, I'm terrified. I'm going to lock myself out because thankfully I have to put my actual password in every now and again because when it updates and restarts, then it makes you put your password in. But God Almighty, if the facial thing ever quits and I forget that password, I'm screwed. Okay, you're in loaf mode on top of your tent. Marilyn's here, Jeanette's here, some other people are here. I don't know if Stephen and Ryan are here. Are you good? Why are you staring a hole through me? What did I do? What did I do? Please tell me. Please let me know. You'll think about it. That's lovely. That's just awesome. She's been all over me. That's not fun at all, Marilyn. I'm so sorry you had so many problems lately. Hopefully it's all behind you. That's right. Hopefully it's all behind you. Hopefully the problems no más. Problemas no más. No más problemas. Are you going to sleep now? I know she got mad at me last night because it was earlier in the night. We were on the sofa and she went to scratching her ear very aggressively, like I mentioned that she does from time to time. And she started kind of screaming while she was scratching her ear, yet she kept scratching her ear. So I grabbed her head to try to create a barrier between her foot and her head. She ended up getting me. But then she looked at me like I did something wrong. I stopped you from hurting yourself. Are you okay now? I'm telling you. Ryan here. He was here last week, but haven't seen him today. Now, I hope that I didn't mess anybody up because when I set up, I usually set up the live stream 20, 30 minutes ahead of time, and I tell it to start it at 2 p.m., and that way it sends out the notifications, and then I'll open up my browser and go to it so I can monitor the chat. This time, for whatever reason, when I went to the browser, it was like 10 till 2, and it said that my live stream was going to start at 1 p.m. So it may not have sent out notifications since I actually told it that the live stream was going to start at a time that was in the past. So, missed you all. Sundays were so lonely. Well, yeah, we missed you too. We missed you too, Marilyn. We were worried. Oh my God, I hope she's okay. But you're here now. Yay, Marilyn's back. You're going to hurt me. I can feel it. I can feel the Rosie energy. You're going to hurt me before this episode's over. Doodle is our little queen. Yes, Lena, yes, she is. The little queen, I'm sure, is going to hurt me before the day is over. You got a pretty good loaf going, though, Doodle. I think this is the quietest she's been all day. Except when I went to church, and I mean, usually when I'm not here, I'm guessing, but usually she doesn't scream at me when I'm not here. And normally, like when I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking or cleaning or something like that, if she wants attention, then she'll go to the little barricade and scream at me, and I'll come in, I'll stop what I'm doing, I'll come in and I'll lay down on the floor with her, I'll play with her, and I'll pet her, and I'll do this, scratch the belly, and then she attacks me, and we play, and all this good stuff. And then 2-3 minutes of that, and it's like she's like, okay, I got my loving, I'm good. You can go back to cooking, and I'll go back to sleeping, all this stuff. But for whatever reason today, I'd come in here, I'd play with her, I'd go back in there, she'd go right back to the barricade screaming at me. I'd come back in here, play with her again, and it's been all day. So yeah. Marilyn being here calmed her down. Maybe that's it. Maybe she was worried about Marilyn. Were you worried about Marilyn? Well, thank you, Marilyn. You've calmed her down so far. So. You're the one that chose to get off the bed. I don't know why you got mad at me. You chose to get off the bed. As a matter of fact, I woke up at like 5 o'clock, and I purposely wanted to roll over, but I didn't, because I didn't want to roll over on her. There's so many times that I'll want to change my sleeping position, but she'll be behind me or in front of, and I don't, so I'll just lay in positions that I, want to move out of, but it'll disturb her, so I don't. But I laid there and I couldn't go back to sleep, and I was like, I don't want to roll over on her and this, that, and the other. And I finally reached back to pet her, and I'm like, where is it? She wasn't even on the bed. I've been laying there for 30 minutes uncomfortable because I didn't want to disturb her, and she wasn't even on the bed. And then gets mad at me for not cuddling with her. What am I supposed to get down on the floor? Am I supposed to get out of the bed and get down on the floor and snuggle with you? Probably. Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe from now on, I guess I'll be sleeping on the floor, and then she'll climb back up on the bed. That's gonna be great. I'm gonna have maybe I'll get my own pet bed. I can have a pet bed in the corner of the room, and she can sleep on the bed. Your takeover of the house will then be complete. But no, you're not spoiled, are you? We always suffer for our kids. Yep, that's true. True. I'm kind of afraid to touch you. I'm afraid to pet you. She's giving me that look like, yeah, you should be. The way I feel right now. Just trying to be nice to her. Hopefully I can earn some points and she won't hurt me later on. She did get her claws not clipped. God almighty, couldn't do it. That's never going to happen again. But I did manage to get them filed. I had to do like 2 a day or 2 at a time. I'd do 2. By then she was getting all pissy. So I'd stop. 4 or 5 hours later, the next day I'd do 2 more. So yeah, it used to be that she would let me clip her claws. I could clip her claws 10 minutes, we were done. Everybody's good to go, and so far we have digressed to where it takes me about 4 days just to file the claws on her front feet. Back feet, still can't even touch. I would probably be a double amputee by now if I actually tried to file her back claws. So yeah. That's where we're at. Eventually, she's going to end up looking like Freddy Krueger, and I'll probably have my throat cut. But hey, as long as she's happy. She looked at me, she's like, yeah, you're starting to learn. She was good last week. Yeah, for, I think, for what, three claws, and then she started getting irritated. Because remember I said I was going to, maybe 5 o'clock or so last Sunday, I could go out. I tried, and she was still mad. I couldn't even go back. I didn't even make I tried again at about 5:30, and that was it. Never could, didn't go back after him for like a day or two. Don't give Rosie ideas, Scott. You will be sleeping on it. Well, that's true. Yeah. We'll pretend I didn't say that, Rosie. See, now she's thinking. She's like, yeah, he can sleep on a pet bed, and I can sleep, yeah. We'll just forget I said that, Rosie. I'm just glad she's calm. Rosie keeps Scott on tight. Yes, she does. Very much so. Are you happy now? You fine? You good? Everybody's here? Marilyn's got you calmed down? Plotting, exactly. Listen, watch her. She's still twitching her tail. She's not just. She's upset. She's mad at me about something. How is your truck? It's a truck. It's a truck. It's better, but it's still got issues. I just want it to make it through till I've already got planned the next thing. I don't know if I'd mentioned it previously, but where the drive shaft goes into the transmission, then it's leaking a very small amount of transmission fluid right there. So I've already got it planned to go in the shop to get fixed. So it's my truck. So, like people say about custom motorcycles, ride and wrench. What do you say? She said something about twitching is plotting. Yeah, she see, she'll do a couple of little soft, gentle, just the tip of her tail. See there, and then see. She is irritated about something. Oh my God. And she's just staring a hole through me. Which you think you got? I don't know why you're irritated. I have no idea what you're mad about. Maybe we'll just let her sleep, let her sort of reset. Maybe she'll wake up in a better mood. Not that you're in a bad mood, please God, don't think I'm saying anything negative about, oh, Jesus. There's that look. She's like, yeah, you're going to pay for that. What about chin scratches? You want chin scratches? There we go. Stretch out the neck. Yeah, she's still. She's like, yeah, you can give me chin scratch. I'm still going to cut your throat. Getting all situated. Getting all relaxed on top of your tent. Right. I'm not even going to try beans today. I'm not even going to, no. We're not even going to try beans. We'll do kisses. We'll do kisses. Make my day that, yeah, exactly. We'll do kisses. We'll do kisses. Wish me luck. Just for the record, this is what my face looks like now. Let's hope that it stays the same. Ready for kisses? One for Marilyn, one for Jeanette, one for Ryan, who may or may not be here, one for Stephen, who may or may not be here, one for Elizabeth, who may or may not be here, and one for me, who may or may not make it through this live stream, depending on what kind of mood she's in. So, yeah, there we go. We got something on here. You got something on your ear. Did you hear the squirrels outside? We got a couple of big oak trees, or I'm sorry, one big oak tree right outside this window. And of course, the squirrels all over it, and the squirrels jump down on my air conditioning units, and she can't figure out what that noise is. I mean, it's been like that for years, but since the blinds are usually closed, then she can't see on top of the ACs. She hears something. She knows there's something out there from time to time, but she doesn't know what it is. And then when I do have the blinds open and the squirrels see me walking around inside, then naturally they don't jump on the air conditioner. And really the only time she can even see on the air conditioner is when she's on the sofa and she climbs up toward the back and looks out. That sweet little face looking right into the camera. Yeah, that sweet little face convincing everybody that she's just so innocent. Because I don't want to hear about you on the local news. Well, that's up to her. I'll do what I can, but that's up to you, girl, here. You going to sleep, dude? She's relaxed for the first time today. I mean, like I said, except for when I was gone to church, she'll usually find somewhere to. She was laying down when I got home from church, but as soon as I came in here and started getting everything set up she was laying on it's a blanket and an old pair of my work pants that has my smell on it, so she likes to lay on that. But she was laying on that when I got home, and as soon as I came in here and started setting up for the live stream, then she, started raising Cain with me. How is Sasha? She's good. She's Sasha. she actually did a kind of funny thing the other night. Sometimes I'll go outside just to get, just to walk around and enjoy the cooler temperatures at night, since it's, 8,000 degrees here in Houston. But, in the evening time, if it's not too muggy, then I'll go outside and just walk around and enjoy the night. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll put the tailgate down on my truck and put Sasha on the tailgate, and she'll sit there and she'll walk around, and I'll pet her and I'll scratch her and I'll do this and I'll do that, and she loves it, and she'll hang out up there and lay down. Well, the other night I was petting her, and she likes to have this one right here. You touch the base of her tail, she's gonna try to kill you. Sasha, she loves to have the base of her tail scratched. So I'm petting her, and I stop at the base of her tail, I scratch the base of her tail, and she'll get up on her just very tiptoes when I do it. It's funny. Scratching the base of her tail, and for whatever reason, she turned around. She didn't bite me, but apparently she wanted to be scratched on top of her head. She turned around, grabbed, bit down on my wrist, and pulled my hand up closer to her shoulders, and then turned loose. And I'm like, did this cat just direct me where she wanted me to pet her? It was the cutest thing ever. So, hey, Ryan's here. Ryan made it. But yeah, she did. She decided she didn't want to be scratched there anymore, and grabbed my hand and put it back on her shoulders, and then just went back to chilling. Okay, 10-4, Sasha. Look who's here, Ryan. Yes, Marilyn made it back. So now we just need Stephen and Elizabeth. And the whole crew will be here. We got Ryan, we got Marilyn, we got Jeanette. Just to get you caught up, Ryan. Now, we did kisses. You got kisses for the doodle, but just to catch you up, Rosie is finally chilling out. She has been apparently upset at me all day long. She has been yelling at me, screaming at me. You can ask Marilyn and Jeanette. When we first started up, she sat over in her little corner and pretty much yelled at me for about the first 5-10 minutes of the show. Finally decided to loaf out on top of her tent. So yeah. So there we go. We're about caught up. Let's see, what else? She tried to amputate my arm last night. Thank God she doesn't have tips on her canines. Otherwise, I would probably have to be learning how to write with my right hand. So, yeah, they're pretty much caught up. In other words, Rosie has been mean to me. She has inflicted pain on me. So it's pretty much been, a typical day in Scott and Rosie's house. See, nothing new. The same old. Right, dude? Sorry, I'll stop talking. Oh, goodness. Oh, my God. But, yeah. Yeah, she's been in a pissy mood all day. It's like I was telling everybody else, she's mad at me apparently for not cuddling with her this morning, but she's the one that got down off the bed about 4 o'clock in the morning and didn't get back up. So it's like, Jeanette, now you're yawning. Great. I blame it on. I started it. I know, my fault, my bad. So yeah. So maybe I'll yawn again. I'll end up hypnotizing the whole Rosie army. we'll all be sleeping. The live stream will go on for the next 5 hours with everybody just snoring. Now I got Marilyn yawning. Sorry. I'll try not to do it again. I don't think it's going to work because I feel one coming on. I'm trying not to yawn. I'm trying not to think about it. Oh yeah. Oh look, microphone. Oh, that's cute. Drums. Yeah. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Ooh, coffee pot. Lovely. No, don't start that, Marilyn. No, don't tempt me with the. God almighty. Marilyn's not making it any easier. Jeanette, don't start, Jeanette. Y'all just gonna watch me just pass out, fall over on the floor snoring. Y'all get to watch me sit and drool myself. Rosie's enticing us to do what she. Oh, I said her name. Rosie's like, y'all are getting very sleepy. You're getting very sleepy. And then Rosie's gonna be knocked out. Are you happy now? Are you good? You got your people with you? I love you. Please don't hurt me. You couldn't resist. Oh, I know. It was just there. Did you have a good week, Scott? I'm not sure if I already said. Yeah, it was good. It was all right. Just work. Just work. I'm about to take a couple of. I'm purposely scheduling the next couple of weeks off because I'm going to be taking a course of study that I want to get it done as quickly as possible. So I'm compressing the time frame. So I'm purposely scheduling no work for the next couple of weeks so that I can pretty much spend 10, 12, 14 hours a day studying for the next couple of weeks. So it's 180 hours of online instruction that I have to do. So I'm the kind of person that if I have a task like that I don't want to. I know that patience is something that I have battled with all my life. But I'm not the kind of person that I'm going to do 2 hours a night for the next 3 months. It's like I'll do 12 hours a day and get this knocked out in 2 weeks and 2 or 3 weeks and be done with it. So so it's like I said, it's supposed to be 100. I mean, you got to log 180 hours of instruction. What do you study for my real estate license? So I just want to add another weapon to my arsenal of construction. So I'll get the coffee. Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. There'll be plenty of coffee. So yeah. So like I said, I just want to. Like I said, I don't know why I haven't done it sooner. It's just it there's a it's actually kind of dumb that I haven't added a real estate license to my work already. I really kind of, if I think about it too much, of like, God, Scott, why didn't you do this 10 years ago, 15 years ago? Then I'll probably convince myself that I'm an idiot, which I'm probably not too far from that. But it'll be like, damn, dude, why didn't you do it? So yeah. So like I said, I'm not gonna not do what I have been doing. But yeah, I just want to, like I said, I want to add something else to it, and see how it goes. So, but yeah, I know that. I know that, like I said, in Texas, it's 180 hours of classroom of online that you have to do, and I just don't want to do, like I said, I don't want to do the 2 hours a night for the next 90 days, and you can do it at whatever pace you want. I mean, I could do an hour a day for the next 6 months, but that's kind of, I just want to get it done, get it knocked out, and regardless of where I take it from there, at least I'll have that portion knocked out. I'll have the testing, the pre-license education done, have the testing done, have the background done, and have the license. I've got to get with a broker just to be able to get my license activated. But like I said, at least just get it in place, and then see where I want to take it from there. I've got some ideas of what I want to do with it, but still, just get it done. So Marilyn says I could be a chef too. Yeah, that's one thing I mean, since I worked under a chef, when I was a teenager, I really wouldn't mind having my own restaurant, but since I have not been in that business for God knows how many years, and a buddy of mine who's a banker, he's retired now, but he was a banker for, I think, 40-ish years. I was talking to him one night, and he was talking about how certain businesses, he just will not loan money on because they're so high risk. And he said the number one business that he will not loan money for is a restaurant. He said because there's just so much opportunity, so many. He said it's just so many of them go out of business. I mean, he said I'll loan you $500,000 to start a restaurant, but you're going to put $1 million worth of collateral on it. I mean, so okay. But yeah, he said if somebody doesn't come with a solid plan and a whole lot of collateral and cash, he said he won't even consider it. But it'd be nice. I would like to do it. So I'd love to have my own restaurant or a bar or something like that. But, yeah. There's so much ambition. I mean, yes, I am. I like to think of myself as ambitious, but then again, it's like construction and real estate go hand in hand somewhat-ish. But then I'm just like, again, if I give too much thought to it, then I'll just have myself convinced that I'm an idiot, which I'm probably not wrong, but yeah, it's like, I should have done this 15 years ago, 10 years ago, something. So yeah. Well, it looks like old girl's almost giving us beans. She's cleaning her feet. And I know if I pick the camera up, she's gonna stop. Are you done loafing? But yeah, so yeah, I can see you owning a nice tavern. Oh, I would love to. That would be awesome. I would love to have a tavern, But again, you can do number-wise, you can do much better with a bar than a restaurant. Because anytime you throw alcohol in the mix, your markup is, your profit is so much higher. And I'm not talking about if you're selling shots of Johnny Walker Blue for $100 a shot. There's not everybody's going to spend $100, $200 for a shot of some high-end whiskey or scotch or something like that. There are people that do it, but it's more often than not, your alcohols are going to be Jack and Coke, rum and Coke, margaritas, pina coladas, just your average rum beer. But the thing is, like on Jack and Daniels, for a fifth of Jack, your wholesale cost that you buy it from a supplier may be $20, $25 for a fifth. Well, by the time you break it down into 1 1/4 ounce shots and go through that bottle just mixing Jack and Cokes, then that $20, $25 bottle turns into $300 or $400 is essentially what you've sold that bottle for, $250, $300 something. So there's a lot of profit in it. Unfortunately, when it comes to bars, once you throw alcohol in the mix, you create a whole new level of complexity and problems. Liquor liability insurance is through the roof, and you also own the responsibility of what people do when they leave your establishment. Somebody can go to 5 different bars through the course of a night, drink 4 drinks at each bar, just be wasted out of their gourd, walk into your place and have 1 drink, leave and do some kind of harm. You're responsible for what, because you were the last place they came to. They got drunk as a bicycle at other places, but you were the last place they came to. You were the last place they served them. So guess who's getting sued? You are. So, and when I was in the restaurant business, I learned there's one thing. A buddy of mine, he's always been in the restaurant business since I've known him. But when he was a general manager at a couple of the big chain restaurants, he told me, he said, when you get somebody in your store that has had too much to drink and you're going to cut them off, he said, you might as well go ahead and call the cops before you walk over there and tell them that they're cut off. He said, you might as well go ahead and have the cops on the way, because when a drunk gets told they can't drink anymore at your establishment, he said, it's going to go badly. So it's just, that's why I say, and those kind of things don't happen very often. Like the somebody coming in, having a drink and going and, killing somebody in a wreck or something like that you're responsible for, even though they got drunk. So that kind of thing doesn't happen very often, but all it takes is one. And it's not a matter of, like, I'm not saying that, oh, well, it doesn't happen very often, so if it only happens to 100 people a year, then it's fine. But what I'm saying is the chances of you ended up losing your business and everything for probably the rest of your life is very low. But all it takes is that one. All it takes is that one time that and it's not a matter of you lose your business. I mean, you could lose your business, you could lose your house, you could lose, and if you get for somebody that owns a local tavern, if they get a $10-15 million judgment against you, guess what? That's going to follow you forever. You're never going to get a loan anywhere. You're never, you go somewhere, go to work somewhere, you're going to be there for about a month before the court finds out you got this new job, and then they start garnishing those. So I mean, I'm risk tolerant, but there's certain things that I would have to have so many barriers between my business and my personal, that, you know, you can make a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of everything. So, yeah. But again, it would be, I love that show, Cheers. I bought the whole series on Apple TV. I love it. I would love to have a little tavern like that. That would be so nice. And things like that, you could probably own for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, and never have a problem. But it's like when you have problems, you got problems. It's like I used to have a Porsche, and like with my truck, when my truck gets a sniffles, it gets the sniffles, and I can get it. When my Porsche would get the sniffles, it didn't get the sniffles. It got the sniffles, and then it would throw up on itself and probably wet its pants and fall down on the way to the bathroom and gouge out an eyeball. So whenever the Porsche got the sniffles, it was going to cost me about $3,000. I mean, just to have the so, kind of the same thing, kind of the same thing that like the owning a bar. You can own a restaurant, you can own a hot dog stand, and you might have issues, but owning a bar, when it springs up to bite you, it bites you and takes a chunk out of it. What would you name your I don't even want to say, because this is supposed to be a family friendly live stream having to do with her. I don't even want to say, my friend had an old Porsche once. It was just too expensive to keep it. Oh yeah. Yeah, there were times I would take my Porsche and take it to the shop to have, $600-700 worth of just, maintenance. Oh, it needs this week or this month. And they would go ahead and fix, even though I told them, like, don't do anything that I don't agree to, but they'd go ahead and do it anyway. And you can't, you can fight with them. But guess what? They're not giving you your car back until you pay them. Then you can sue them later. But there's times I'd drop it off to do $600-800 worth of work, and I'd call you, hey, is my car ready? Yeah, it's ready. We went ahead and did this and did that, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be $3,200. What? So, yeah. Well, it needed it. It had to have it. We couldn't just blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you could have called me. Yeah, well. And it was a good shop. It wasn't bad. As a matter of fact, the guy that owned it was from Germany. And what he would do is, if he had a mechanic come to work for him, all of his mechanics were Rosie's place. I like that. All of his mechanics were certified by Porsche. These weren't guys that just, I've got a couple of wrenches, so now I'm a mechanic. If he had somebody that worked good, that worked hard, that was reliable, that Rosie's place, I really like that. That's going to stick with me. But if he had somebody that was reliable, that was interested, this, that, and the other, after about 6 or 8 months, then he would pay to send them to Germany, to the Porsche factory, to get to become a certified Porsche mechanic from the Porsche factory. And then of course they would be, obligated to work for him for X number of years. So, but all of his mechanics were certified from the Porsche factory. So they did great work, and they would do stuff that, they did great work. I never had any issue with it. It was just at least give me a heads up. I'm expecting to spend $600 or $700. Now it's going to cost me, $3,000 to get my car back. So yeah. Rosie's place, man, that was a good one. That God dog. That's a good name. Oh God. See, the name that I came up with was just, It's just not family friendly. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Oh, God. Oh, man. We'll stick with Rosie's place. Doodle has checked out, yes. She's getting good and rested up, because I guarantee you, as soon as the show's over, she's going to go screaming at me again. See, this is what she does. She makes herself look so sweet and innocent and cuddly and all this stuff. And then as soon as it's like as soon as the guests leave, then I start getting yelled at. See that? Man, it is dark outside. It's raining. It's nice. I love it. Hell, we may go take a nap, Rosie. Chilled, baby. Yes. She's just getting rested up to abuse me later. She's just conserving her energy. She's in la la land. Man, okay, all right. The name Rosie's Place, that's kind of got me thinking. She's waiting for tonight. Yeah, exactly, Marilyn. Not that it's got me thinking about opening a bar, because I, like I said, that'd be nice. It's just, I know there's so much liability, there's so much that can go wrong with it. But then I think about, you see a lot of bar owners, and they do pretty well. Best of luck with your real estate studies. Sure, you'll do great. Well, thank you, Ryan. But the name of the podcast is the Rosie Show. Do Rosie's Place. Maybe, and I'm just thinking here, it'd be nice, maybe get a neon sign that says Rosie's Place. Open, have that on in the background when I do the live stream. Oh, that's a great name. I don't know why I didn't think of something like that. Oh yeah, because I'm half an idiot. But yeah, so that's what the next couple of weeks are going to be about. So I'm still going to be doing the show on Sundays, even during the study. I mean, that'll be a nice break from the studies. But I'm planning on doing the real estate, the studying. Like I said, I'm going to try to do nothing else until I get my license. So, I mean, it's not even going to be 12, 14 hours a day, 10 hours a day, 5 days. It's going to be 7 days a week until I get it knocked out. But I do want to. I will definitely need the maybe an abbreviated live stream, but I'll need some kind of break to be able to visit with the Rosie Army and be able to bring her to y'all. So yeah, well, I'll still be doing the live stream while I'm studying for the thing. Now, there's one thing that may change in the future. I was thinking about this earlier, is I know that Sundays, I say I know, I've got to make sure I'm still going to be doing the live stream. How much of it I'm going to be able to keep to a solid 2 o'clock on Sunday depends on what happens with the real estate stuff, because I'm certainly going to try to not work on Sundays. I like to have my weekends be my weekends, and particularly my Sundays be my Sundays. But if for whatever reason I need to show a house or do an open house or something along those lines, then I'll definitely either do a video or make a post for the Rosie Army to say, hey, the live stream for Sunday will be at 5 o'clock instead of 2, or at noon instead of 2, or it's going to be pushed to Monday, or it's going to be Saturday. You know, there may have to be some times that I have to adjust the schedule of the live stream, because right now, I mean, working for myself, and I'm still going to be working for myself. I'm still going to be doing construction, but I can decide I'm not going to paint somebody's living room on a Sunday. I'm not going to build a cabinet on a Sunday. So that's something that I have, I'll say, almost absolute control over. The real estate stuff, I'll have a lot of control over it, but at the end of the day, if I've got a client that the only time that, you know, the husband and the wife can reasonably go look at houses at the same time is a Sunday, then to accommodate my customers, my clients, I may end up having to do some, you know, like I said, open houses or something on some Sundays. So, but I will still be the Rosie Show. Rosie's Place is still going to be open for business on some day of the week. Rosie's Place, Jeanette, I like that. So, oh, Marilyn, wait, did you ever get your shirt? Did that ever happen? Because I know that the last time you were able to make it, we were trying to work out. Did you get the shirt? It was delivered. It was in a holding pattern. It was something, because I remember I was going to, and Jeanette, correct me if I say this wrong. It was what was it? Was it an Instagram or a Snapchat? It was something that I was going to create. I think it's something that you have that I was going to create to try to find, but turns out you have to have a phone number for the other person to be able to connect with them. And I'm like, okay. And there was something else I was going to do, but you had to have an email. So no. Okay. So, all right. So we've got to. All right. So we got to put some thought into this. So we've got to find some. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to create. All right, so I'm going to create another Gmail. I'm going to create a Gmail account that do we have? Are there any more shirts, Jeanette? Because there's one, because there's obviously one floating around somewhere in New York. Jeanette, if you could see where it ended up going, if that's possible, and let me know, I will create sort of a temporary Gmail account, a Gmail email, I don't even know how to say it right. That I will post in the live stream next week that will be for Marilyn to send something, you know, either send her address or send a post office box or send something. That way it's not going out into the public sphere, and then I can pass it on to Jeanette if we need to get another shirt made. I'll pay for it, or at least a way to use that email to communicate with Marilyn. And the reason I say it'll be a temporary is just the way the internet works. Is I'm sure, because we have people come to the live stream that don't always, you know, engage with the chat. But if for whatever reason somebody were to find their way to the live stream and I post that, I can envision where once I post that, that Gmail account could potentially become inundated with junk mail and all kind of stuff. So I want to use it for Marilyn and Jeanette, so we can have some way to communicate outside the live stream to get this worked out, to get Marilyn a shirt. And then once that happens, then I can absolutely ignore that Gmail, because I know that it's going to, I can see that that it will very likely get filled up with junk. So all right, so Jeanette's got shirts. How many shirts are there? Because if we can set up an online store. That would be awesome. We can just take the money, it'd be nice to take the money and just give it to shelters or something. That would be awesome. I mean, Rosie's not a big brand yet, but I think anything would help shelters. I mean, I don't think they care whether it's $5, $10, whatever. But no worries. I want you to get your shirt. Or maybe Jeanette, you and I can. That's a good idea. Maybe you and I can have some conversation outside of this about what would be, because I know that your son-in-law donated for the shirts the first round for the Rosie Army, but maybe we can work out what it would cost to have some made if we're going to do it on as an online store type thing. So there we go. And besides, I think that's what I have 2 left, but now I can have many more made at pretty much nothing. We got Stephen! Stephen's here. Stephen just got here. Stephen's here, Rosie. We did kisses earlier, Stephen, and she got a kiss for you and for Elizabeth. So I don't know if Elizabeth is roaming around somewhere in the chat, but let Miss Elizabeth know that she got her kiss as well. So yeah, that's something that's some conversation you and I can have at some point, Jeanette. So I think it'd be good. I think it'd be, like I said, I mean, if we can, I don't care. I mean, as long as the cost gets covered, I think it'd be nice to just donate to shelters. So, all right. So we've got. So as long as Miss Elizabeth pokes her head in the door, then we'll have everybody. So just to let you know where we're at, Stephen, Rosie is resting up because she has decided the last, I guess since about 4 o'clock this morning, that she's going to absolutely terrorize me. And of course, she's got to save her energy for that, so that's what she's doing now. She's resting up because I'm sure that sometime later on today she is going to do great harm to me, because she about took a chunk out of my arm last night because I guess she wasn't getting her way. So yeah, so that's where we're at. She's charging for her. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what she's doing. You are right, Ryan. But y'all saw this, what was it, like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago? She curled up in the furry donut. She hadn't moved. You must do Rosie's bidding. Yeah, exactly. And that's what she was. Last night she got a little irritated with me and just bit the fire out of me. So yeah. And she's been yelling at me all day long. All day. And she's been yelling at me. Charging like a phone. Yeah, exactly. There's my iCat is charging up. Most of all, she's a diva. Yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. She's a brat, is what she is. Don't tell her I said that. All right. So cool. So, all right. So I'm gonna set up a Gmail later on, and then I'll be able to post it in the live stream next week, and we can. And in the meantime, if you'll check and see exactly where that shirt is, we may be able to find out where that shirt is, and then direct Marilyn to that location without having to divulge things in a public setting. So yeah. So there we go. All right. Anybody else got anything? Anything? Anyone? Bueller? Sorry, showing my age now. What time is it? 3 o'clock. 7 now. 3:06. So yeah, if anybody's got anything, then but otherwise I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. Ryan says nothing new from him. Ryan's good. Stephen, I'm so sorry that I'm bailing right after you got here. My apologies, sir. Jeanette's all good. Sweet. Stephen, have a good Labor Day, everybody in the United States. Yes. Well, I guess it's good. I worked so much I didn't even realize that tomorrow was Labor Day. I got my guys. I got my tile guys scheduled to go to a job site. My glass guy scheduled to go to a job site, and me meet both of them. And I mentioned it to my glass guy, and he was like, you realize Monday's a holiday? I was like, no, I didn't. But I've already told my customer. My customer is expecting everybody to do so. I was like, sorry. So for me, Labor Day is I'm going to be laboring. Yay. I'm sure she'll be mad about that too. Thank you for all your kindness. Well, thank you for getting back to us. We were worried about you. I swear, young lady, you'll be grounded next time. Like walking in at 1 o'clock in the morning. Young lady, where have you been? Sorry, I'll shut up now. All right. All right. Well, y'all have a lovely, lovely day. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely holiday. A happy Labor Day. And until next time, y'all have a good one. Be careful. We sure were worried about you. Yeah, we were. But all's good. Marilyn has returned. The family is back together. So there. I'm going to ask you if you've got anything to do with it, but I'm kind of extra scared of you today. Sorry. Thank you, Jeanette. The only thing I need to be safe from in the immediate is this one right here, but thank you. So yeah, all right. Y'all have a lovely day, lovely week, lovely holiday, all that good stuff. Be safe, and Be happy. As the old song, don't worry, be happy. Y'all have a good one. Toodles, everybody.